Meanwhile, Chris opts for the more hands-on approach. He prefers to get tight into their territory and into their minds. Every tickle of the antlers, every grunt, and every snort wheeze answers a new question for Chris. By communicating with the deer on their own level, he's able to gauge their reaction and determine what stage of the rut they're in.
Just gotta tickle them lightly and see. Toes moving. Maybe he's got some fine. Well, I'm back in the phone booth. It's a very cool stand. We call it the phone booth because it's the only tree in a 200 square mile radius that has service, I'm convinced. But this is a really good area, travel corridor. We're sitting here. I got 2 bucks. I'm honing in on them right now. One I'm calling Medusa. Big deer. Looks like he got injured in previous years. He's got a beam and a lot of junk. He's a big deer, older buck. And the other one I'm calling Boxcar Willie. He's a boxy 10, not a real wide frame. Good tines, both old bucks. They're using this trail. They're going back up into this bedding area. What I gotta figure out now is get a stand on this end, a stand on the other end, and how to approach it so I can hunt it with any wind. And if I do that, they will make a mistake. One of them will make a mistake. And that will be to walk underneath me.
Casey's gas and glass and Chris's calling have both become preferred methods for gaining the advantage over the bucks they seek. But nothing has proven to be a better tool than the brothers' Reconyx trail cameras. The cameras have become a trap line, carefully placed to capture hit listers around the clock. Chris and Casey always have eyes on the woods, even when they're fast asleep, dreaming about tomorrow's hunt. The video capabilities of Reconyx trail cameras have changed the game completely. The live-action footage captured by Reconyx uncovers a deeper look at a big buck's habits. The truths revealed by Reconyx are rivaled only by close-range encounters. It's late October. The signs of autumn have taken over the small farm village of Lorain, Illinois. All around, people are preparing for the coming winter. The shift in seasons is welcomed by Chris and Casey. They know that sweet November is around the next bend. Chris is hunting a stand he's named the phone booth. He's rattling, snort-wheezing, and bellowing a series of shallow grunts to gauge the reactions of resident deer. His calls offer vital information on the herd's behavior. The cooling temperatures have the deer on their feet, and the impending rut has young bucks chasing and responding to Chris's rattles. Chris is ready to get serious about his hit list. Things are definitely starting to pick up. This is the first morning I had a reaction to the antlers. I just wanted to see what they were going to do. Ended up getting 2 small young guys in here. It's a good morning. Good morning to be in a tree stand. Across the farm, Casey shares a similar view.
Pretty good morning so far. It's the 1st of November. It is cold. It's like 23 degrees this morning. But the cold weather is definitely here this morning. It feels really good out. We've had some action in here. Down in this bottom. A couple of does, one youngster. Chasing around 2 does. It's just gonna keep getting better from here. So, I think these deer, they're gonna start moving and grooving here pretty quick. I don't see how they can hold off much longer.
Young bucks are busy, but Casey's chasing a deer of a different class. Today, he's looking for Medusa.
That's a good buck.
Medusa is a 4.5-year-old buck that earned his name from the jungle of tines jutting from the base on the left side of his frame. This strange antler arrangement is likely due to an injury sustained earlier in life. The sun is set on Casey's hunt, and the buck he calls Medusa remains a mystery. Chris and Casey decide to look into one last piece of land that's been largely ignored so far this season. Little Guy is an 80-acre parcel anchored by a large stand of pine trees. The deer consistently travel from the neighboring CRP field to the east to feed in a cut cornfield to the north. A lone trail camera has been set up on the fringe to capture their movements. In the game of whitetail hunting, sometimes the biggest treasures can be found inside the smallest packages. Moments ago, the land they call Little Guy was an afterthought. It was an if-we-get-to-it piece of ground. The brothers know now that their small piece of extra acreage is home to the biggest buck ever captured on a Rival Wild Reconyx trail camera. He's a buck that's come to be known as Megatron. The inventory check is complete. The Keefer brothers have poured through trail camera pictures and spent hours on stand unlocking the secrets of this year's leases. Their hit list is now solidified. 2 bucks have taken their seat at the top. Chris is focused on Optimus Prime. Casey is consumed by Megatron. They'll stay in the stand until a deer hits the ground, no matter how long it takes.
Just don't wear that, man.